Okay, so now we're going to clean up this intersection and tie this into our road corridor. So the first thing we want to do is we want to come in and make sure well, we got to tie this in and tie our corridors in as well, or our returns in. So we start with the returns. In this case here, you can see that we've got a ditch. We're going down to this point here. We got to put our ditch in. So we could do this a couple different ways. You could use corridors through here, or you could simply just select this line string, which is the shoulder for the intersection. We'll go to offset, and we're just going to call this, and we'll just call this ditch. Keep it on the brake line layer, it's fine. We're going to offset it 2 feet. We're going to offset it to the right side, and we're going to offset it 0 slope. Okay. Now, since we have that there, we can just continue. We can pick this one and pick to this side and apply that one, and then we can come up here and do the same for this side here, where we can pick 2 feet. We're going to go to this side and we'll apply that one. Okay. So then what we can do is we can come in here and we can, since we got this one here, we'll just close this offset. We're going to tie it in using the surface tie. So if I come in and I go to surface and I select surface tie, I can come in and we'll just call this intersection. We've got our ditch. Our direction is going to be to the side. We can put a 25. Actually, we can bump that up, make it the same as our road. Do a 5. We do a 2-to-1 cut and a 2-to-1 fill. We won't add it to the surface yet, so I'm just going to click apply. You can see where it's tied in at a 2-to-1. Alright. We actually did it to the finished design, which was the wrong surface. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to delete it. You want to make sure that you pick the right surface. So let's try that again. So I'm going to come in here. We'll go to surface tie. We'll call this intersection. Went a little too fast there. So our tie to surface is going to be original ground, and it's going to go again to the right side. Our spacing we'll put is a 5. We'll do a 2-to-1 and a 1-to-1, and we'll apply. Now we may have to come back because we may change this cut to a 1-to-1, but for now we're good at a 2-to-1. We'll come over here to this side, do the same thing. We'll pick that line. We'll make sure we're going to the right side. Leave all the properties the same. Actually, just make this 2-to-1 and fill. We'll apply that one. So now we're tied in there. So you can see here, all right, we got to fix that corridor. So we'll pick this line. Again, oops, make sure we pick that line. We'll go to this side. We will click apply. And then what we want to do, because we are not quite tying in there, let me turn off my let's see, tie rod. We can turn off the tie rod. No, we'll leave the tie rod on, so we're going to need that one. We'll turn off the intersection and leave the main road, leave that on. So we want to go back to our corridor for our tie rod, and we want to edit this tie, so we want to make sure our cuts are 2-to-1 on our side slopes here. So here I'm at a 1-to-1. I'm going to change that to a 2-to-1. We're just modifying that piece, and we'll do the same thing on this side slope. We'll come in and make that a 2-to-1, make that a 2-to-1, and we'll save there. So now we're tying out there, and we're tying out here. Okay. Now I want to do one other thing while I'm here. I'm just going to go in and I'm going to add, actually insert another corridor template at this location, and that's just going to be a null template as well. We're just going to stop it there. Now you normally don't have to do this, but because we're using these line strings and stuff, I just want to make sure that we do stop and we don't have anything going over into the intersection. So now if I take this corridor, I take this daylight, this daylight, this daylight, and then I take the line string for my ditches. So we're going to take the line string and the line string, and also we're going to take on the intersection, we're going to take these other line strings. We're going to take this one, we'll take this horizontal leg, we'll take this leg, take this line, and we also want to grab this line, that line, and that line. So we want to grab all of those plus all of these. So we'll grab this one, and that one. Okay, so we're grabbing all those, and we're going to put those into the surface as surface members. So we're going to add that to our finished design. We'll add those, close that, and we can also come in here and fix this up, but we won't worry about that right now. So we're going to come over here and we'll rebuild the surface, and now we've got our finished design surface in this area to include the intersection. Okay. So then we want to come back over to here. We want to add in some super, and also we want to change the conditional slope along this area so that it actually ties to the rock surface instead of the original ground surface. So we'll take a look at that next.